Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you the best VPNs for accessing stake. Whether you want to get to the casino or the sports betting website, these VPNs will allow you to do it. Now, my number one pick overall for the best VPN for accessing stake, and really what I believe is the best VPN overall, is ExpressVPN. In number two would be this one over here, NordVPN, and number three would be Surfshark. Now, the reason that ExpressVPN comes in at number one, firstly, is just how easy it is to use. And I'm just going to give you a little demo right here. Right now, I'm in Europe. So if I would go over to, let's say, the stake.us website, I would get a message saying something like this: stake.us is only available to customers from the United States. But all I would have to do to get around this is go over to ExpressVPN, click on the location bar, my locations will open up. With ExpressVPN, you'll be able to access 105 countries. And in this case, I can just go over to the United States. I can click also on this arrow and I'll get a bunch more options within the US. Right here, I already have New York selected. So I'm just going to X this out, click on this big connection button, and in just a second, I'm going to be connected up to a server in New York. And this means that any website I visit, including stake, will think that I'm in the US in New York. Regardless of where I physically am in the world, even though I'm in Europe right now, stake is going to think that I'm in the US. And you'll see right here, if I go back to stake, that message will go away and I will be able to access the website. And if you know a little bit about stake in the US, then you might know that New York is actually a state where stake.us is illegal. But this is only when you're initially setting up your account. You can't set up an account registered to one of these states right here. But if you would have a state registered to, let's say, New Jersey, then you can connect to your VPN even to a state where stake is illegal. It doesn't make a difference. You would still be able to access the website. And again, even though I'm demonstrating with the US website, the same would be true for the UK website, stake.uk, or the international website, stake.com. So that's the first reason why I like ExpressVPN so much. It's very easy to connect up to different locations and your connection time is super fast. With ExpressVPN, you're connected up to a server usually in about a second or two, compared to some other VPNs, I won't mention names, where you can actually wind up waiting a little bit of time until you actually connect up to a server. By the way, if at any point you want to find out more about these VPNs or how you can get them, I will have some useful links in the description below for you. Now, the next reason why these are my top three picks, and I've tested out a lot of different VPNs, by the way, both free and paid, but these VPNs come out on top in another area. And that's because stake and pretty much every online casino or sports betting website, they're going to do something called KYC, know your customer, where at any point they might ask you to submit identification and verify your ID. And the main time that this would occur is when you're doing a withdrawal. That's when they're really going to want to check who you are and also where you're located. And this is the time when you're going to really want to have a VPN which hides the fact that you're even using a VPN. Of course, it's not risk-free. There always is a chance that the website, in this case stake, will realize that you're using a VPN, but these three are going to be the best when it comes to hiding the fact that you're even using a VPN. With ExpressVPN, the protocol that it uses, you can see it over here, Lightway, is built to have what's called obfuscation, which is exactly what I'm talking about. It hides the fact that you're even using a VPN. And in case you don't know, the protocol is kind of like the delivery service between your computer and the internet. So this protocol will hide the fact that you're even using a VPN. And if you're going to be accessing a website like Stake, I would highly recommend having this protocol selected. Now, with NordVPN, if you go over here to the specialty servers, you're going to have an option called obfuscated servers. You can click right here on these three dots and you'll be able to pick different countries to choose from. These servers are going to have that feature called obfuscation, which will also hide the fact that you're using a VPN. And with Surfshark, if you go with this one, then it's also going to be about the protocol. You're going to go over here into VPN settings and you're going to go down to protocol and make sure that you have OpenVPN selected. This is going to be the protocol that will have the built-in obfuscation. So these are my top three VPNs when it comes to accessing stake. If you want a quick rundown about what the difference is between these three, ExpressVPN, in my opinion, is, like I said, the best overall VPN. It works really well. Recently, they've been introducing a bunch of cool new features like Identity Defender, which is a bunch of tools to protect you against identity theft. They also have a dedicated IP feature now. And they also have the most independent security audits of any VPN on the market. And what that means is that they have had independent third-party companies come out and check out their systems, ensuring that they're secure, that they're not keeping any personal data local on their own servers, and they've done that more than any other VPN. So that's why I would highly recommend ExpressVPN. But if you wanted even more features and add-ons, you wanted to have, let's say, something like double VPN, which connects you up to 2 different VPN servers before getting you over to the internet, giving you an added layer of security. Maybe you wanted an add-on like a mini antivirus with Threat Protection Pro, then NordVPN can do that, and it's also a really reliable and safe VPN. And lastly, there's Surfshark. Surfshark is not going to be necessarily as easy to use and user-friendly as ExpressVPN. It's not going to have as many features as NordVPN, and like I kind of hinted before, you may have to wait some time when you're connecting up to a server with Surfshark, but for the price, this is, in my opinion, the best budget VPN you're going to get. The premium plan for Surfshark is going to be cheaper than the basic plan for most other VPNs. So if you're tight for cash and you're looking for the best budget option, I would definitely say that Surfshark is going to be the best value VPN. So that's all for this video, guys. I hope this helped you out. If you want to find full in-depth reviews or some discount links that will save you some extra money on any of these VPNs, you'll find that in the description below. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.